Los Angeles, a city of dreams, where aspirations take flight and creativity knows no bounds. A sprawling metropolis nestled between the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean and the rugged, chaparral-covered mountains. But this iconic landscape harbors a volatile secret: wildfires, which can ignite with little warning and spread rapidly. These fiery infernos have been a defining force in the history of Los Angeles, shaping its environment and testing the resilience of its people for generations. As we delve into the story of Los Angeles and wildfires, we uncover a complex relationship between nature's raw power and human existence. From the early days of indigenous communities, who learned to live with fire, to the modern metropolis, wildfires have left their indelible mark on the region. They have scorched the earth, cleared out old growth, and made way for new life to flourish, demonstrating nature's cycle of destruction and renewal. But they have also brought widespread destruction, threatening homes, lives, and entire communities. The story of wildfires in Los Angeles is not just about the past. It is a continuing saga. It's about the present and the future, as we face new challenges and uncertainties. Climate change is altering the wildfire landscape, making fires larger, hotter, and more frequent, posing greater risks than ever before. We must understand the forces that drive these fires, the risks they pose, and the ways we can adapt to live safely in this fire-prone environment, ensuring our communities are prepared and resilient. Our journey begins by looking back at the history of wildfires in Los Angeles, exploring the delicate balance between humankind and nature in a region where fire has always been a powerful and transformative force.
Long before the arrival of Spanish settlers, the indigenous tribes of Southern California understood the role of fire in their environment. The Chumash, Tongva, and other tribes used controlled burns to manage the landscape. Fire cleared out dead vegetation, prevented larger, more destructive wildfires, and promoted the growth of valuable plants for food and basketry. These indigenous communities recognized that fire was a tool, a force to be respected and carefully managed. They understood its power to both destroy and renew. However, the arrival of European settlers in the 18th century disrupted these traditional practices. Colonial land management practices often suppressed fire, leading to the buildup of flammable vegetation. This set the stage for larger, more destructive wildfires when they did ignite. As the population of Los Angeles grew, so too did the risk of wildfires. The city's expansion into the surrounding foothills and canyons put more people and structures in harm's way. Homes nestled among the chaparral became vulnerable to the flames that have shaped this landscape for millennia. Today, the legacy of past fire suppression efforts, combined with the impacts of climate change, presents significant challenges for managing wildfires in Los Angeles.
Wildfires are complex events, fueled by a delicate interplay of weather, topography, and vegetation. These natural disasters can have devastating effects on communities, wildlife, and the environment. To understand how these fires start and spread, we must first look at the ingredients that make the Los Angeles region particularly fire-prone. This area is a perfect storm of conditions that can lead to frequent and intense wildfires. The Mediterranean climate of Southern California, with its hot, dry summers and occasional winter rainfall, creates ideal conditions for wildfires. This climate pattern results in a cycle of growth and drying that primes the landscape for fire. Vegetation grows rapidly during the wet season, but dries out during the long, hot summer months, becoming highly flammable fuel. This dried vegetation acts as kindling, ready to ignite at the slightest spark. Add to this the Santa Ana winds, powerful downslope winds that originate in the Great Basin and sweep westward towards the coast, further drying out vegetation and fanning the flames of any fires that ignite. These winds can turn a small fire into a raging inferno in a matter of minutes. The steep canyons and rugged terrain of the Los Angeles basin also contribute to the rapid spread of wildfires. These geographical features can channel and accelerate the fire, making it difficult to control. These topographical features create what firefighters call chimney effects, where fire can race uphill at alarming speeds, driven by the rising heat and fueled by the abundant vegetation. This phenomenon can make firefighting efforts extremely challenging. Once a wildfire ignites, often from natural sources like lightning strikes or human activity, it can spread rapidly through the dry brush and timber. Human activities, such as unattended campfires or discarded cigarettes, can also be significant ignition sources. The intense heat generated by the fire can create its own weather patterns, including fire whirls and updrafts that can loft embers far ahead of the main fire front, igniting new spot fires. These secondary fires can complicate containment efforts and increase the overall destruction.
Climate change is a significant factor exacerbating the wildfire crisis in California and around the world. The Earth's average temperature is rising, primarily due to the burning of fossil fuels, which releases heat-trapping greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This warming trend has profound impacts on wildfire activity. Higher temperatures lead to increased evaporation, further drying out vegetation and creating more flammable fuel for wildfires. Warmer temperatures also create ideal conditions for bark beetles and other pests that weaken trees, making them more susceptible to fire. The impact of climate change on wildfires is not just about hotter temperatures, it's also about changes in precipitation patterns. California is experiencing more extreme weather events, including prolonged droughts and intense periods of rainfall. While rain may seem like a positive factor in preventing wildfires, heavy rainfall after a long drought can actually increase fire risk. This is because the rain promotes rapid plant growth, which then dries out during the next drought, providing even more fuel for wildfires. As the climate continues to warm, we can expect to see more frequent, intense and destructive wildfires in California and other fire-prone regions around the world.
The fires we remember. Scars on the landscape. The history of Los Angeles is marked by a series of devastating wildfires that have tested the city's resilience and left lasting scars on the landscape. These fires have not only altered the physical terrain, but have also deeply impacted the lives of countless residents. These fires serve as stark reminders of the power of nature and the importance of preparedness. The charred remains of homes and forests stand as silent witnesses to the ferocity of these blazes. One such fire was the 2018 Woolsey fire, which burned nearly 100,000 acres in Los Angeles and Ventura counties, destroying over 1,600 structures and claiming 3 lives. The Woolsey fire's rapid spread and immense destruction left communities in shock and mourning. This fire, driven by strong Santa Ana winds, raced through the Santa Monica Mountains, leaving a path of destruction in its wake. The aftermath of the Woolsey fire was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of even the most picturesque landscapes. Another notable fire was the 2009 Station Fire, which scorched over 160,000 acres in Angeles National Forest, becoming one of the largest wildfires in Los Angeles County history. The Station Fire's sheer size and intensity made it a formidable challenge for firefighters. This fire, sparked by arson, raged for weeks, challenging firefighters and forcing the evacuation of thousands of residents. The mass evacuations highlighted the urgent need for effective emergency response plans. These fires, along with countless others, have shaped the landscape and psyche of Los Angeles. The memories of these events linger, influencing how communities prepare for future threats. They have tested the limits of firefighting technology, strained resources, and highlighted the vulnerability of communities living in fire-prone areas. The constant threat of wildfires has become a part of life for many residents. The memory of these fires serves as a constant reminder of the importance of wildfire preparedness, community engagement, and the need for innovative solutions to mitigate the growing threat of wildfires in a changing climate. As climate change continues to alter weather patterns, the risk of wildfires increases, making it crucial to adapt and innovate.
Fighting fire with innovation. As wildfires become more frequent and intense, scientists and engineers are developing innovative technologies to aid in wildfire prevention, detection, and suppression. One promising area of development is in the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, and machine learning to analyze satellite imagery, weather data, and other information to predict wildfire risk and behavior. By identifying areas at high risk of ignition or predicting the path of a wildfire, These AI-powered systems can help firefighters allocate resources more effectively and make more informed decisions. Another technological advancement is the use of drones and other unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, in wildfire management. Drones equipped with high-resolution cameras and thermal imaging sensors can provide real-time situational awareness to firefighters on the ground, allowing them to assess fire behavior, identify hotspots, and direct resources more effectively. In addition to AI and drones, researchers are also exploring the use of prescribed burns, strategically setting controlled fires under carefully monitored conditions to reduce fuel loads and prevent larger, more destructive wildfires. While prescribed burns have been practiced by indigenous communities for centuries, modern technology allows for more precise planning and execution, minimizing risks and maximizing benefits.
When wildfire threatens a guide to safety. Living in a fire-prone region like Los Angeles requires vigilance and preparedness. By taking proactive steps to protect ourselves and our homes, we can minimize the risks associated with wildfires. Creating defensible space around our homes is crucial. This involves clearing vegetation within 100 feet of any structures, trimming trees, and removing any flammable materials like firewood or debris. Developing a family evacuation plan is essential. This plan should include designated escape routes, meeting locations, and a communication strategy in case family members are separated. Preparing a go bag with essential documents, medications, and supplies ensures that you are ready to evacuate at a moment's notice. Staying informed about wildfire activity in your area is crucial. Sign up for emergency alerts, monitor local news, and be aware of fire weather conditions. By taking these precautions and staying informed, we can increase our chances of staying safe during a wildfire event.
Finding harmony, coexisting with wildfire in a changing world. Wildfires are a natural part of the California landscape, and they play an important role in maintaining ecosystem health. However, the increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires, driven in part by climate change, pose significant challenges for human communities. Finding a way to coexist with wildfire in a changing world requires a multifaceted approach. This includes embracing indigenous knowledge and practices, such as controlled burns, to manage vegetation and reduce fuel loads. It also means adapting to the reality of wildfires by building fire-resistant homes, creating defensible space, and developing community-wide evacuation plans. We must also address the root causes of climate change by transitioning to cleaner sources of energy, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and investing in climate-resilient infrastructure. The challenge of wildfire is not just a scientific or technological one, it's a societal one. It requires collaboration, innovation, and a willingness to adapt to the changing world around us. By working together, we can create a future where both people and nature can thrive in the fire-prone landscapes of California.
Thank you for joining us on this journey to understand and coexist with wildfires in a changing world. If you found this video informative and engaging, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon to get notified about our latest uploads, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts or ask any questions. We release new videos every Friday, so stay tuned for more insightful content. Together, we can stay informed and make a difference.